Hey everybody, welcome back to leg 3 of our 3-leg trip across Brazil. We are inside on the interior of Brazil and are currently in the town of Arcoverde, something green, Arco. Not sure what Arco means. As you can see, we got some storms in the area. So we're going to be flying northeast today. We're going to go back over the interior of Brazil, heading out towards the coast, and somewhere around, north of João Pessoa. We're going to cross the coast and head over the ocean. We're heading to an island. And that island is the Fernando De Norohna. Fernando De Norohna. It was a small airport, 6,000 foot runway. So that is where we are off to. It's only 390 miles away. I think it's a few hours to get there. And we are loaded up and ready to go. So let's hop in. We'll get them to push us back, and then we'll start up, and we can get out of here before these storms hit. All right, we are back in the airplane. Let's just get set up here. There we go. So we're going to get them to push us back. There we go. Just so we got some room here. There was nobody behind us that we could see. Alright. And I think that'll do. Thank you. Alright, parking brakes back on. So that's the fuel back on. Is that lightning again? Alright. Get rid of the steering wheel. We're good there. Mixture up on both engines. We'll turn the master on. And we'll get the beacon light. Where's the beacon lights? Recognition lights are on, strobes are on. We'll put the landing light or the nav lights on. Alright, we should be good there. We'll get the left fuel pump on. Prime the left engine. There we go. Mags are on. We'll crack the throttles. There we go. And starting engine number 1. Alright, should have been running. Take the fuel pump off. Prime the right engine. Starting engine number 2. Excellent. So it's up and running. We'll shut that fuel pump off. And we will turn on our avionics. Wow. And we'll get ourselves zoomed out to go. As you can see, we're 390 miles away. We're going to take this angled course up towards where we are headed for our destination, and everything there is tuned in. And just want to see while the engines warm up, is there so we have two NDBs on the island. Seems the one they use for navigation is 113.4. So we're going to tune that in. 113.4. And we'll dial that NDB in. And then back along our route. Yeah, there's really nothing else. We're going to use 230. We can dial in here onto the ADF. And that will give us just another indicator, and that'll be down here on our NDB or ADF. Beacon. Alright, so that's done. Put that back in our map view. Alright. So I think we are pretty much ready to go. We're going to climb up to, again, about 5,000 feet. And we'll be flying out on a heading of about 45 degrees, actually. And then we'll be connecting the autopilot at that point. All right. So everything else is good to go. We will landing lights on. Put the flight directors on. I think we're good to get out of here. Don't like that stormy sound. The brakes are off. Well, get rolling. There we go. Guys speeding into the ramp really quickly there. So the winds are coming from this way. So we're going to slow her down. Head down to the end of the runway. So we'll be taking off to the southeast. I think it's runway 12. Don't remember off the top of my head. Alright, so everything's good. We'll go to notch 1 of flat and get ourselves all settled in here. Alright, do our turnaround. Or 1.5. Okie dokie. So again, this time I'm going to try to remember this. Climb out at full throttle at about 500 feet. We'll go to 25, 25, 25 on the manifold pressure, 25 on the propeller RPM, and then in cruise it'll be 22, 22 with the mixture reduced. And I think we are good to go. So we'll slowly ease up on the props, or push up on the power. Takeoff power is set. Let's keep her center line. And we are up. So we have positive rate. Gear coming up. her back. Not too much. Problem with the trim is you do it a little bit, she get a little movement, and then you hold it back just that extra bit, and she just starts running away. Alright, so there's 500 feet, we're good. So we're going to power back to 2500 and props back to 2500. There we go. And flaps up. Now we'll start making our turn. I'm going to go autopilot on. Heading mode. Vertical speed. Try this over here. Alright, 1,000 feet per minute vertical speed. You can see us coming around to the heading. Come over here, we're CDI. We're going to go to GPS and then go nav mode, and we'll intercept our nav course now. Turn once we get up to the line, and then we will be following it out, and that will be a set. So 5,000 feet we're looking for. There's the town, Arcoverde. There's the airport just behind the wing there. This down to 500 feet per minute. And everything is looking good. Definitely some cloud has moved in towards the interior. Hopefully it's nice out over the water. Alright, so here comes 5,000 feet. There we go. So that's 5,000 foot intercepted. And now we'll bring the props back to 2,200. Or the throttle back to 2,200. And now the props will come back. 2,200. We're making our turn to intercept now. Bring up the right engine to match the left engine, maybe slightly more. Bring up the other one. And we will, there we go, nicely matched. And then we'll bring the mixture back, get the EGT rise. We want to bring it down just to where she drops. And then go back up, there we go. And that gives us our best fuel consumption, and we're leveling off on course. So once again, we'll leave you with the views. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for joining us on the flight today, and we will see you in a bit. guys, welcome back to the cockpit. We're, as you can see, we're way out over the Atlantic. The island that we're heading to is right ahead of us. It's runway 12. We're heading at about 100 now, just slightly south of east. So we're heading towards the runway. We're going to do a straight in. Runway elevation is just under 200, or yeah, just under 200 feet, 193 or something. So it'll be a straight in approach. We're slowly descending down, and we're going to head down to 1,200 feet. And then we'll fly in from there and do our landing. We're now 17 miles out, and it's been pretty good. Once we got clear of the shore, the clouds all opened up, and we've had pretty much blue sky out over the water here. So nothing really to complain about. We haven't used a lot of fuel. We've been going for 3.5 hours now since we started engines. So our fuel consumption's been pretty good. So I did a little bit of research into the HSI and why it's not rotating, and apparently it was working when the aircraft was first released, but several updates to the sim have broken it. They did one patch which got it following the GPS, and I think it follows the localizers as well, but it's still not rotating, so I guess there'll be another patch eventually. That's one of the things with these Microsoft patches is people are reporting their settings get changed, and I mean, it breaks things, and if you're using any of the mods, it can break things. I was chatting with or following a chat with the guy who does the Manchester scenery, Mako Simulations, and he was saying that they're supposed to be putting in that photometry Manchester, whatever, making it look a lot better, which shouldn't be an issue with the airport, but if they do any type of terrain adjustments, it'll break the airport, and they're going to have to redo stuff, and not going to be a lot of fun. So the airport is roughly in the middle of the island. So we're going to make a slight right turn as we get closer. Don't see the airport yet, but like I said, 1,200 feet is where we'll get down to. It's an interesting island out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm not sure what it would be used for, if it's a resort island or an old shipping type of place. I don't know. Alright, we're 11 miles out. I wish I could figure out how to clear those waypoints off of there. It's rather annoying. Getting down towards 1,200 feet. And there we are. So we'll come back up on the throttle. Actually 2,200, no, we're still good. I had decreased it, but I guess as we got a little bit lower, we gained some power from the denser atmosphere. We'll do is turn on the landing light. So the airport's somewhere there in the middle. I do have an RNAV approach. We're not using it, but it is there. Just going to take a quick look at it. Yeah, basically it's an approach from 3,500 feet, and we are well inside it, so not too worried about it at the moment. The airport is somewhere directly ahead of us, and according to the information, it is a 6,000 foot paved runway, and we are now 8 miles out. Exactly sure where it's going to be, but as I said, it is somewhere in the middle. The chart is saying that I'm a little bit further north of the straight-in path. We'll keep an eye out for it. The island's starting to come in. And we are heading 1-2, so we should able to see it. Still a little ways away. But this is the last of the request for the trip through Brazil that was sent to me. So if you have a request, if you want to see something, see a route, see an area, fly between 2 points, let me know and I'll figure it out if I can do it. I do not fly the 787. It is kind of broken, and the 747 as well. So it's the A320 for now. And when Aerosoft releases the CRJ, I'll be flying that one. I think I see the airport. Okay. Alright, so we're going to come off on the autopilot. We're going to come down here to line up. We are north of it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now is mixtures go full, props go full, and we will come back on the engines. Yeah, there's the runway there. And we're going to start getting our speed back. Alright, I've got the airport in sight. So speed coming back. First notch of flaps are going in. Speed coming back, gear going down. Second notch of flaps going in. And we're going to trim 480. So speed's coming back. Trimmed a bit high. cratey again. Now we're going to be diving down. We'll go to about 1200. This is where throttles would come in really handy. See the trees are coming up to block the end of the runway, which we do not want. We got a slight wind. Oh yeah, felt it there. Come over the trees. Power. Get ourselves lined up here. Bit of a crosswind. Watch the horizon. And we are down. A little bit of a one-wheel landing there. Slow down and we'll spin around and head to the ramp. Let's pull up the airport diagram here. There should be a taxiway. I think they've only got one here in the island, but there should be two. Yeah, it looks like they've only got one going in. The diagram shows two. That's okay, we'll head down to the farm. We'll leave the landing light on while we're still out here. Looks like a nice little island. Here's the taxiway here. Alrighty. We'll go over here and park over by these guys. Here beside the 172. There we go. Swing it around. And here we are. Oh, parking brake is on. So pull the mixtures. Alright, and lights go off. Like so. Oh, that's that. So radio master's off. And main power is off. Well, that's us into the island. Gotta look it up again. Fernando De Norohna. Fernando De Norohna, Brazil. Island off in the Atlantic. Fantastic flight. Weather was really good. And a pretty scenic island, actually. If you know what this island is, or what it's used for, if it is a tourist place, if it's just a small outpost, be interested to know. But it looks pretty cool sitting out here. A couple hundred miles off the, well, about 150 miles off the shore of Brazil. But that is going to do it for us today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.